So today I'll be talking about the Rat Pack version 2 from Sin City Leather. And a few months ago I did a review on the version 1 right here. So if you guys ever wondered what the differences were, let's talk about that right now and compare these side by side. But first I'll give you a close-up of the Rat Pack version 2 from Sin City Leather right here. And while you guys are checking this out, let's talk about some of the features. So the Rat Pack version 2 is a vertical style minimalist wallet with 4 total pockets, and everything is held together with a side flap. And I've been carrying about 7 cards and 15 bills for the last 3 weeks or so in those 4 pockets. You have your choice of different leathers and multiple different color choices for the leather and the thread. The leathers that I have here is a dark brown Battlelassie Carlo Minerva vegetable tan leather for the outside piece, and the inside piece is an ocean blue La Britannia Gaucho oil vegetable tan leather. And I also went with the blue thread for the stitching. And everything from Sin City Leather is handmade and hand-stitched right here in the USA, Las Vegas to be exact. All right, now let's measure this bad boy. So the length of it is about 3 inches, as you can see right there, and 3 inches in millimeters is 76.1 millimeters. And now let's go end to end, which is 4.06 inches, and in millimeters, that is 103.2 millimeters. And now let's give it a quick weigh. So that's 1.6 ounces, and in grams, that's 44 grams. And I wanted to compare these two side by side because they are very, very similar, but there are some differences. One of the big differences you can see right away on the version 2 is this huge plunging cut right here on the very front. On the version 1, it was just an angled cut right there to get access to your cards. And on the flap right here, it's just more of a straight cut as opposed to a curved cut right there on the version 2. And I should say on the Rat Pack version 2, I have this extra piece of leather on that flap. That is optional, so you don't have to go with that extra piece of leather. But it has the same brass snap on both, the same logo surrounding that brass snap. And if I open both of these up, you can see the stitch point on the front is very similar, except on the version 2, it just goes up a little bit higher because it doesn't have that angled cut anymore. The version 1 that I have right here has 3 pockets, one in the front, one dead center, and then the cash compartment right there in the back, for a total of 3 pockets. Then on the version 2, there's 4 pockets, basically 3 pockets and a slot. Same pocket in the front, same in the middle, same cash compartment in the back, but then there is a quick access card slot in the very back. And honestly, I don't know if the version 1 is available with the quick access card slot in the back, but I do know Jose likes to customize his wallet as per request, so maybe he'll put a quick access card pocket back there. I'm not exactly sure, but I can't imagine that he wouldn't or doesn't already do it. I just don't know. But my version 1 doesn't have one. My version 2 does, and I greatly prefer this because a quick access card pocket on the back just makes the wallet a lot more functional in my opinion. But everything else, guys, is almost exactly identical. I mean, basically the same exact functionality, just some slight aesthetic differences. Both are extremely high quality. And one thing I want to talk about with the stitching on the version 2, you can see it goes from a saddle stitch to a cross stitch right there. Obviously the version 1 didn't have that because you can see it stopped right there with that angled cut, but I really like this design choice right here. That cross stitch basically holds the top of those front 2 pieces of leather together to form that front pocket, and then it opens up right here for that middle pocket. Does that really affect the functionality from the version 1 to the version 2? Not at all. But I do think it looks a little bit nicer right here on the version 2. And another thing I want to talk about is if you guys go with this extra piece of leather right here on the version 2, I've been carrying this for the last 3 weeks or so, and you can see that top piece of leather is starting to get indents from this thread right here, just from it being closed. With the flap button up, obviously you can't see it, so it's not a huge deal, but I felt like I had to mention it because you can definitely see those indents from that thread. No extra piece of leather on the flap on my version 1, and when I open it up, you can see, yeah, nothing. So keep that in mind if you guys want to go with this extra piece of leather right here. I think it looks really cool with that piece on the flap, but like I said, just keep that in mind. Also, another nice touch is with this plunging cut right here. You can see there's a Made in the USA stamp right there. I think that looks great. The quality is going to be exactly the same on either wallet, whichever one you choose. The quality here is fantastic. It seems like every time I get a new wallet from Sin City Leather, it just outdoes the previous one. Not taking anything away from the Rat Pack version 1 here, but I really, really like this Rat Pack version 2. But it's going to come down to personal preference. Do you like the looks of this one better, or do you like the looks of this one better? There really is no right or wrong answer here. You're going to get the same exact high quality. I mean, check out this stitch. The stitches here look great. Let me open that up. So flawless stitching right here from Jose. The use of this Minerva from Battleassi Carlo and this Gaucho oil from La Bretagne. In fact, let me give you a close-up of that Gaucho oil. That is a gorgeous leather right here. Try to get in a little closer, and you can see he does finish the inside of the leather. So on both of these wallets, the inside is finished. There's just a lot of attention to detail when you're talking about this craftsmanship right here. I think it's fantastic. And now I'll give you a close-up of that burnishing on the edges. So Jose does finish all of his edges, even on the cuts right there. You can see that. So if you guys weren't familiar with Sin City Leather and were worried about the quality, just put that out of your head. The quality is fantastic. Now, this is normally where I start talking about the design, and I think I pretty much covered the design aspects of both of these wallets pretty well already. Oh, and plus, if you guys want to see my review on the Rat Pack version 1, I'll put that link down below in my description box. But before I move on to the card demonstration, let's do a smell test right here on the version 2. I'll tell you, man, Battleassi Carlo might be the best smelling leather out there right now. I said this in previous videos. I don't know what they do out there at Battleassi Carlo, but the smell is just intoxicating. And I wonder if I can get that Gaucho oil separately. I kind of can. It smells good, but not as good as that Battleassi Carlo Minerva that this main body is made from. So now it's time to demonstrate the functionality of the Rat Pack version 2. I already went ahead and preloaded this wallet with 7 cards and 15 bills folded in half. 6 cards in that middle pocket right there, 1 in the quick access card slot on the back, and then 15 bills right here in the cash compartment. And this is the way I've been carrying this wallet for the past 3 weeks or so, and the functionality here is fantastic, guys. This quick access card pocket on the back, you can see very quick, very easy to get your card in and out there. The bulk of my cards I put right here dead center. Pull them all out if you want to grab a card, do the fan method. There is a ton of room in this wallet for being a minimalist wallet. And the 15 bills back here in the cash compartment, you can see how easy I can gain access to those bills. Very, very functional. But you guys might be looking at this wallet and saying, Chris, you're not using that front card pocket. And yeah, I know. Now, I only carry 7 cards, and those 7 cards fit perfectly in here without even utilizing this front pocket at all. Plus, I think it looks better with having this front pocket open. If you guys don't care about that, go crazy. This can hold a lot more cards. And I feel like it can hold a lot more cash too. So I'm going to demonstrate that. I'm just going to start loading up this wallet and see what it can hold.
11 minutes later.
All right, and I think I found the limit here. I stuffed 12 cards in here and a total of 20 bills folded in half. So 10 cards in the middle pocket, 1 card in that quick access front pocket, and then another card in the quick access card pocket on the back. And then 20 bills folded in half back there. And yes, I did have it snapped up, as you can see. But if you guys wanted to keep stuffing cards in here and let the leather stretch out, I'm sure you could. I'm not going to do that. The Rat Pack version 2 holds my 7 cards and 15 bills just fine. And I almost forgot when I was taking all of the cards out. Just like in the Rat Pack version 1, if you didn't even want to open this flap right here to get access to your bills, it'll still allow you to take the bills out from the front and put them back in, as you can see. So that just makes this wallet a lot more functional. So if you use cash on an everyday basis and weren't really sure about getting the Rat Pack version 2 because you didn't like this flap to gain access to all your cash, you don't have to worry about that because you can just pull them right out of the top. So yes, I am a huge fan of the Rat Pack version 2 and the version 1. And going back and forth, I can see myself reaching for either one of these wallets. The functionality is almost exactly the same on both of these wallets, except for my version 2 has that quick access card pocket on the back, which I love. But honestly, there's nothing stopping me from creating my own slit on the back of my version 1. And if I do that, then it's exactly the same functionality. Or if you don't feel comfortable doing that, I'm sure you can work something out with Jose. I know he does custom orders. But the Rat Pack version 2 that I have, I think is absolutely beautiful. The mix of my two favorite colors together in a wallet, brown and blue. This huge cut right there with the Made in the USA stamp. This extra piece of leather right there around that brass snap. Yes, even though it's making an indent on that top piece of leather, but I don't care. It's covered up. Everything about this wallet just works for someone like me. Carries exactly what I need. It's super functional. I have quick access to my cards, and yes, even the cash right there from the top. You really can't go wrong with the Rat Pack version 2, and I think it's $5 extra if I remember correctly. The Rat Pack version 2 is $85, and I think the Rat Pack version 1 is $80. But prices fluctuate all the time, so I'll have a link down below in my description box to give you up-to-date pricing. Alright guys, that's pretty much it for this video. What do you think of the Rat Pack version 2 from Sin City Leather? I'll have all the information down below in my description box if you want to check this bad boy out for yourself. But if you did enjoy this video, please give me that thumbs up. Please subscribe. You know, I was really thinking about putting some kind of a Sinatra joke in here somewhere. You know, Rat Pack with Sinatra, carry this wallet if he was still around. I don't know. I'm glad I didn't. Maybe I will in the thumbnail or the title. I'm not sure yet. And go!